Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Another example that will confirm my theory of mountain slope. So slowly, little by little, until in the end they give you the decision. First they start with, what do you think about? Do you think about that? Oh, how about that? I think that would help. Oh, I'm thinking about doing it. Oh, we do it. That's how it goes. So in this case is United States arming Ukraine with more weapons and how should I say it, with longer range missile systems. The systems is just different missiles that could be fitted in HIMARS. So remember, let me read you the title and then we can discuss. This article comes from Defense News from August 31st, 2022. Why Washington should provide ATACMS weapons to Ukraine. ATACMS. Why should they provide? It's just like, hey, how about that? Why, I mean, do you think? So it's talking about it. I don't know if they already did or not. That's a different story. But the thing is, this is making the logical, yeah, well, why should not? Yeah, well, makes sense, right? Remember, when the West started with Ukraine, started sending them over there helmets and I don't know, something else, towels or something, BS. Then they started sending them ammunition, then they started little rockets, something, and then they said, well, big jump, we're going to send them HIMARS. But the HIMARS short-range missile systems up to 60 kilometers or something, no more than that, okay? Promise, pinky promise, Ukraine? And Ukraine said, yes. Okay, so that's how it was. And now we find out that they go, so they from the little, again, they go to what? They talk about giving them some planes, I can't remember how they were called, some that will get them out of commission, I think, this year in the United States, and they want to give them to the Ukrainians, some attack bomber kind of, I can't remember the name of it, anyway. So now they talk about sending this that could hit targets about 300 kilometers, I think. So let's see. The Ukrainian military announced the beginning of a much anticipated counteroffensive on Monday, aiming to retake territory in the country's south. Western weapons, which have helped Ukraine strike high-value targets behind the front line as part of a strategy to degrade Russian ability to hold the territory it has seized, have made Kiev counteroffensive possible and could be decisive in determining its outcome. Now, this what was here? This was a commercial for the American weapons. So that's a salesperson who sells you weapons. Without those weapons, hey, buy them because look what happened in Ukraine. We don't know if that's the case, but nevertheless, they say it. That's why Washington should provide Ukraine with the Army tactical missile systems without delay. US provision, so that's because they had success, allegedly, with the American weapons. What if you send them nuclear weapons? They would have definitely success. But why not? If the whole point here, the logic is they had success with those weapons, send them other kind, more advanced weapons, and will have more success, why don't we go to the top of the mountain and give them that? That would really solve the problem, right? Which means elimination of Ukraine, right? So US provision of ATACMS would allow Kiev to strike key logistics nodes and other high-value targets beyond the range of Ukraine's current precision strike capabilities. Some worry that providing the new capability to Ukraine could precipitate Russia's escalation, but the risk is overrated and can be mitigated by requiring Kiev to use ATACMS only against Russian military targets on Ukrainian territory, including the Donbass and Crimea. And the Ukrainian says, pinky promise again, yes, yes. So, and let's see what's next here. It says that the ATACMS is a short-range ballistic missile that can be fired from HIMARS, which I think they already have it. That's how they hit in Crimea, but they're zipping. They're talking right now for something they already probably did it. As well as because the targets they hit in Crimea, they calculated where the front line is the Ukrainians must have had something that hit about 190 kilometers, or they didn't have that. They had the HIMARS, which was like 80 or 60 kilometers, 60 kilometers, and it was. I can't remember, it's 60 miles or 60 kilometers. But now they want to give these ones that have 300 kilometers. They already have them probably fitted very nicely in the HIMARS. That's how they were able to hit those. And the Russians know that because they said they don't have in their arsenal anything like that, unless it's this. So, ATACMS is a short-range ballistic missiles that can be fitted from HIMARS as well as from the multiple launch rocket systems Ukraine has received from the United Kingdom and Germany. Modern ATACMS variants have a range of up to 300 kilometers, 186 miles, and carry a 500-pound unit warhead, which means they can hit targets at well over 3 times the range of the guided multiple launch rocket systems rounds Ukraine is already using to a great effect, with a warhead approximately 2.5 times bigger. So, my friend, how about that? How about doing this? So, additionally, ATACM could help degrade Russians' long-range strike capabilities, which have been used to systematically target Ukrainian cities. And maybe your HIMARS that you sent. And it says here that ATACMS strikes against higher echelon Russian command and control nodes located beyond GMLRS range could disorganize Russian forces and destroy S-300 and S-400 surface-to-air missile systems, would enable the Ukrainian Air Force to operate more effectively. A nuclear bomb will make them even more effective, I think. And it says here that likewise, Ukrainian forces could use ATACMS to hold at risk docked Russian naval vessels and infrastructure at Russia's base in Sevastopol, undermining Russia's ability to conduct sea-launched missile strikes and to enforce its blockade. So he makes the point, which all these points are how do you call it, valid, but the problem is, will you do that? And it says that Biden administration has declined to provide ATACMS to Ukraine so far. This is like the third step. Until the 7th, we got a little bit more. The White House fears Russian escalation in response to provision of ATACMS. So that means it's a control war. Can you see? They're afraid that the guys will escalate. So that means they're not using all total war here? No, it's exactly what I said. That is why President Joe Biden in May, that was then. President Biden in May, things change now, it's a counteroffensive. See, pop, another step. Decided against sending this to Ukraine, saying the United States would give Ukraine the GMLRS, but wouldn't send the Ukraine rocket system that can strike into Russia. Yet, because they're talking about it. Yeah, and it says here that they talk about that, and it says Ukraine killing or wounding an estimated 70,000 to 80,000 invading Russian troops in the progress. So that's what it is. So what do you think? Should I send it? I mean, if they want the Russians to really push some buttons, do it. I guarantee you that if these guys do that and this starts hitting, the Russians will escalate maybe from 0 to 10. Right to 10. Well, do it. Do it. We'll see. How do you call it? I dare you. I dare you. I mean, these guys, the Russians and Americans, are communicating behind the scenes. Don't be fooled by these guys. Oh my God, Shoigu did not speak with what's his name, Adams in 300 years, and Blinken just spoke with Lavrov 3 days ago about that cannabis girl that got the 9-year contract in a Russian prison for her cannabis or whatever she uses. Anyway, it's just we'll find out. I'll let you know when they will deliver this, because they will. I'm 99% certain they will. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.